join me and my dad while we explore subscription boxes, the outdoors, gear and equipment, and other fun things and places. Before we get started, hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Ding! Thank you for watching, and Happy New Year!
Well, thank you for that amazing introduction, Miraculous Girl, and thank you everyone for joining us again here on Exploring It All, and Happy New Year! So, thank you for joining us for another year, 2024, of Exploring It All. So today we're going to be looking at Grimm Workshop while we wait for the newest Battle Box to show up. We're going to be doing a live unboxing of that on Thursday, January 11th, as long as everything goes according to plan. So we will be doing that. Hopefully this video will be out before then. Otherwise that little announcement doesn't mean anything. Anyway, so we're going to open this Grimm Workshop up. As usual, I've already gotten a kind of preview of it, a hint, as you will, from Kelly and the Any Outdoor Box Spoiler Group. But also, if you haven't already, join our Facebook group, BattleBox Spoiler Page and more. We talk about a lot more than BattleBox there, like things like Grimm Workshop, which it appears that there's been some hints that there has been some talks between BattleBox and Grimm Workshop. So we may see something in BattleBox from Grimm Workshop. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to be using this Civivi, what was the name of this knife? Savant. This is the Savant. It's a Damascus blade. It's really nice. I have a video that should be out or be coming out with this knife. Anyway, I'm going to open this up. I still have my address on the other side of the label here, so we're going to kind of move this over here and dump this all out. See what we got. And I'll give you my thoughts on this overall at the end here. Might not be what you think. So here we go. We have our card. Oh, we got two. And a few other items here. All right. And our packing peanut. So Grimm Workshop is a monthly subscription, or this is a monthly subscription. You can also buy individual items from them. And the monthly subscription costs $20 a month. So today it looks like we're getting a total of 5 items, really. 6 if you want to include the Grimm Workshop business card. And I'm going to throw out there, these business cards are really great for utilizing. They got cutouts here and holes for utilizing to use it as a spool. And so that's almost an item in itself. You can wrap things like duct tape or wire around it. You can use fishing line, and here's even some plastic cordage I made utilizing their cord tool. So this is almost an item. Anyway, but I think it's really clever of them to come up with that. Our first item here is going to be a handcuff shim tool. And it has their little retention system here. So you can remove this. This has a little bit of play to it. It's double thickness at the end, but this part here is a little bit thinner. And the idea is, and I don't have any handcuffs anymore. For those that don't know, I am retired law enforcement, but I don't have any handcuffs anymore to demonstrate this, but the way it's designed is this slides in where the ratcheting part of the handcuff is, thereby loosening it so that you can open the cuff. It's the way a lot of the magicians and whatnot will open handcuffs. But there is a side note to that, and that is a lot of people don't know, but on a handcuff key, and this even has that, the police will generally double lock those, preventing them from closing up tighter on your wrists if you wiggle around. And they do that, you know, to prevent you from injuring yourself when you're handcuffed. But also, once you've double locked the handcuffs, you can't shim them anymore. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's not that simple. And generally speaking, if you're ever handcuffed, the handcuff should be double locked to prevent you from injuring yourself. So anyway, there is that. I'm kind of curious, and here's our other item here. I'm kind of curious how many people have ever been handcuffed where they've needed to escape when they were handcuffed against their will, not by the police. Because I don't think you should be trying to escape from the police, because you're just going to create more problems for yourself. So I am kind of curious how many people have that experience where they've needed to get out of a pair of handcuffs. I'm just, throwing it out there. Now, the other item here is a handcuff key. And again, this has that retention system. And by the way, this white label on the back can be peeled off, and this can be adhered to the top of something or put inside something. But anyway, so you have this second handcuff key. And again, it's double thick here, but then thinner right here, which I'm going to say I've actually tried to use some of these types of handcuff keys on our handcuffs. And the handcuffs that we used where I was were what they call hinge cuffs instead of the link handcuffs. And they were really thick and stiff and solid. And we had a lot of incidents where we would break our handcuff keys. And they were steel handcuff keys. I tried to use a key like this in those handcuffs, and it would not turn them. It would just start bending. It wasn't. It might work on some particular easily maintained and lubed up handcuffs or whatever, but ones that are stiff and difficult and stuff, this key might not work. Now the other thing is down at the end here, this point, you'll find this on most handcuff keys have this point at the end. And what they do, the police, officers, when they're handcuffing you, after they got the cuff on you, they stick this in the little hole in the end, and that engages what is called the double lock that prevents them from ratcheting closed. So and once they're double locked, you have to have a handcuff key in order to unlock them. There are some tricks on some brands where there are other ways to disengage that double lock, but for the most part, that doesn't work on every brand. There's only some very specific brands where you can disengage the double lock without a key. But anyway, so that's our two of our items, and they both come, these are like zipper pull tab things, and they both come with little clips for them and stuff. And I don't know, I did have an extra handcuff key on me when I was working because I was working with handcuffs. But generally speaking, I don't know how many people would ever actually need something like this. So there's that. All right, so our next item is a fun item that I really like. This is, wow, these are a lot bigger than I thought. What are they calling this? Spear card. So a multi-spear card. So these are really big. I was thinking this was a little bit smaller. Now, I kind of like these things. I've never had to go out and use them. Now, that was sharp. I probably poked myself. I have to break the initial tabs on these the first time you take them off. And again, these have the retention system, so you can put them back on this card when you're done, and this can be adhered. Am I bleeding? I am. I'm bleeding. I poked myself with it. I'm bleeding. And so this is going to go on here like this. And then you're going to want to attach this. I don't know. Maybe it'll fit. I cut out part of this. Now, you're going to have to go much deeper on there. And this is a wood dowel that I had pre-cut out to kind of have ready just for demonstration purposes. I didn't know this was going to be this big, or I would have sawed this down a little bit more. So these are kind of etched in and tapered on the edges here, so you can actually file these down if you have your Swiss Army knife, which is, I used a Swiss Army knife to do that, but if you have the one with the file on it, you could file these edges down and create even more razor edge on this. And that's actually pretty awesome. I like it. And just to kind of show you guys, I've done previous ones. I made this one here. And I also have one here that is an arrowhead. Now this wasn't a Grimm arrowhead, but I actually made an arrow out of it. And you can do the same with this one. I haven't put feathers on this one. But anyway, so just to give you guys kind of an idea of what you can do with these types of arrowheads and stuff. Those are really cool. Now we also did get our two what do you call them? Tip cards, survival cards. We have one that's about how to make a fishing spear, and it shows you how to, split a branch up and then tie it to keep it from breaking and making a fishing spear, and tells you what locations to go spear fishing at. So you have that, and you have platform fire. So a card about building a platform fire. So that's kind of cool. And I'm just trying to keep this all together here to take a nice picture. So our overall value, like I said, our overall cost was $20. The spear card is $20. The handcuff shim is $5.99. They're listing both of these as $5.99 together, so they're like $3 each for those two key cards, so to speak. And then your two tip cards at $1.85 each, is what it is. But the spear card, I'm a little bit more impressed with than I initially thought. And anyway, so that's a look at the January of 2024 Grimm Workshop subscription. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And thanks for watching. Happy New Year, everyone, and be nice to each other.